Hi Primary 1 and Primary 1-2, it's Miss Farquharson here with another health and wellbeing lesson. Last week we learned about what an emergency was, and your task last week was to decide whether the pictures that I had sent you would be an emergency or if they wouldn't be an emergency. So today we're going to move on and we are going to be learning about what we would actually do if it was an emergency and if you needed to call that special number of 999. So that is our learning intention today. We are learning what to do when we call 999. We're about to watch a couple of little videos which will help show you what to do if you ever needed to call 999. But when you're watching them, I want you to listen really carefully for two things that they demonstrate in the videos. There are two things you need to know if you were to phone 999. The first thing is you would need to be able to tell the person on the phone which of the emergency services you needed. So you would need to be able to tell them whether you needed the police, an ambulance, or a fire engine. Or maybe you would need more than one of these things. And the person on the other end of the phone would usually be able to help you work out which of these services you needed depending on what the emergency was. The other thing you would need to know would be your address and phone number. You would need to know where it was you were calling from and what your address was so that they would be able to find you as quickly as possible. So we're going to watch a couple of little videos now, and the two videos will demonstrate to you what you should do in an emergency if you ever need to call 999.
Learning how to call 999. Emergency services are here to help us when we need them. We can reach them by calling 999 on a phone. It is important to know what to do when you have to call 999. The fire brigade is able to help when there is a fire. An ambulance can help when someone is very poorly or unable to move. The police will help and protect you and make sure that everyone is following the rules. Calling 999 is not a scary thing to do as they are there to help you. Someone will stay on the phone with you until they know that the services are with you.
999, which service do you need?
Fire brigade.
Forwarding you to the fire services.
Fire and rescue, what's the emergency?
There's a fire in my kitchen.
What's the address you need us to come to?
London Road.
Which number house is this?
13.
Okay, are you able to leave the house?
Yes, I'm on the way out.
Good, leave as quickly as possible, the fire engine is on its way.
Thank you.
The important things to remember are, there is no need to be frightened. Emergency services are there to help. Only call 999 in an emergency. Make sure to speak clearly and loudly on the phone. You can ask grown-ups at home to practice with you and teach you about times where you may have to call 999.
Huh? What was that? Oh no! There's been a crash! What do I do? What do I do? I think we need an ambulance, the police, and the fire service. Aha! I remember. In an emergency, dial 999.
What's your emergency, please?
Help! There's been a car crash by my house.
Okay, a crash. We'll send help. Where are you?
Hang on. My address is number 5 Staffordshire Way.
Great. We found you here on the system.
The accident is near my house. I can't see from here. Quick, to the window!
Okay, can you tell us where it's near on your road?
I can see a lamppost, a fence, and the park! It's right by the park!
You're doing great. We know exactly where to send the emergency services.
Phew! Okay, bye!
Hang on, don't go just yet. It's important to stay on the phone until the emergency services arrive. We need you to be our lookout, just in case we need to send any more help.
Lookout Lion is on the case. The police have just got here. Phew! And the fire engine has just arrived. There it is, the ambulance.
Well done, you did a great job. You dialed 999 and told us where you were.
You stayed calm and described the emergency accurately, so we knew who to send. Remember, you only need to call 999 in an emergency.
So you would see from those videos that what I was telling you earlier about needing to know which emergency service you need and your phone number and address are really, really important so that the emergency services can get to you as quickly as possible. So your task today, moving forward, is going to be to do a wee bit of acting with a grown-up. With a grown-up, I would like you to make up a pretend scenario or pretend situation where you would need to call 999. I would like you with the grown-up to practice asking for which service you need and also giving your address and phone number. So to be able to do this, you are going to need to know your address for where you live. So it's maybe worth having a wee practice of that first. I know some people, especially primary twos, you've been doing this recently for some handwriting practice. And in our letter writing that we've been doing, one of the things has been to practice writing your address. So hopefully you might have a little bit of an idea about what your address is already. Okay, so with a grown-up, I would like you to practice that first and practice reciting your phone number. And then you can make up a pretend scenario and do a pretend call to 999. And you can pretend to be the person that's calling, and the grown-up can pretend to be the person who is on the other end of the phone. Okay, but please remember, this is just pretend and it's just to practice. I don't want anybody to be calling 999 for real, because we know that we only call that number if it is an emergency, don't we? I look forward to hearing how you get on with this task. If you would like to, and you're able to do so, and you feel confident, you might want a grown-up to take some photos of you or even film you showing what you would do on the phone if you were calling 999. But you don't have to do that part, it's just if you would like a little extra task to do. Okay? Now this part of the video is mainly just for the grown-ups. So if the grown-up is there watching this with you, they could continue by just having a little look at the top tips on this page here. This was taken from a video I found on YouTube. When you search teaching a child to call 999, there's lots of handy little videos on there, and I just took a wee screen grab of this part here from one video because I thought that some of the top tips were quite useful to have. So you can pause the video here if you would like to read these through, but children, you can go and get on with practicing your address and phone number and coming up with what your pretend emergency situation is going to be. Bye for now.